Hey guys, this is Miguel with Fantasy Sports Edge here on a late Saturday night, grinding to try to get you some more free plays for tomorrow's action. There's two games down in week one of the NFL season. Thursday we had the Chiefs and the Ravens, and then on Friday we had the Packers and Eagles with some not so good news coming out of that game. But I wanted to recap some of the plays that I had already sent out last weekend out to the members. So I wanted to recap which plays are dead and which plays are still alive, and just to get an idea of how we're looking. And also, if you stick around, I have two more free plays at the end of the video. So let's get going, guys. All right, guys. So here are there's three plays that are unfortunately already dead. Two of them were on Price Picks, and one was on the Betr app. And man, were they so close to hitting it. So first here to the left, we had on Betr, we had Xavier Worthy. I had him going over 44.5 receiving yards. He ended up with 47. So that was a good. Then we had Derrick Henry under 99.5 rushing touchdowns. That was an offer that Betr was giving to everyone. So that was basically a free pick. And then we had Lamar Jackson. And this one, it cut off right here, but I want to say that this was for rushing yards, I believe. And so he hit that. And then Patrick Mahomes, man, look how close this was, guys. I had him over 35.5 longest pass, and that pass that he had to Xavier Worthy there near the end just went for 35. So close, so close. So, it was, I'm still content with that pick. It was close, like it was going to go either way when it's just half a yard. What can you do, right? And then I had a play for college as well. Everything looked good. And then Cade Klubnik just couldn't deliver. It was even a green demon, and he still couldn't deliver. So that was a bad one. And then the other one that I believe in the last video, this is the play that I gave you guys. So we paired them up or combined them with the Paul Schemes Taco Tuesday that they had. And Lamar Jackson, he went over his yards like I expected him to. I figured that the Ravens were going to be playing kind of catch up the whole game, and they were. So it was going to force Lamar Jackson to throw the ball. Unfortunately, he didn't hit Zay Flowers on that. He underthrew him on that one man-to-man play that they had. Yeah, had he just placed it where it needed to be, this one would have hit too. So then this whole play would have hit. But he missed it, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be upset. He missed them twice. He missed them on that play that would have gotten us the win, and then at the end of the game to tie the game, he threw the ball behind them, and that would have tied the game. Potentially go to overtime, and maybe at that point we would have hit. But it is what it is. Patrick Mahomes, I had him going over 219.5 yards. He ended up with 291. I wasn't too sure that he was going to get to the 265.5, I think that it was, just a regular line. So I took the Green Demon. He ended up just surpassing the regular line. But it didn't even matter because Zay Flowers didn't come through. Or in this case, I don't blame him. Lamar Jackson should have placed that ball a little bit better. So if we scroll down, if you're a new user to Chalkboard, they're giving you this free square right here with Christian McCaffrey. I wouldn't choose Christian McCaffrey if that was just what we were going with, right? But since they're giving you this offer, I would definitely put him on that lineup. 0.5 yards, guys. And this is only for new users. And remember to use promo code FSH. And I didn't type it on here, but they'll match you up to $100. So if you deposit $100, you'll have $200 to on your bankroll to use towards the plays. This play here, guys, I gave it out on my Instagram. If you don't already follow me, the link will be in the description. So like that, you stay on top of all the free plays that I give out. Sometimes I don't have all the time to do it on YouTube, so I'll do it on Instagram because it's a little bit quicker. But I also have Winnable, which if you have Winnable, you'll receive all my free plays if you subscribe to the free membership. So here for this entry, I had Patrick Mahomes over 0.5 yards. Again, this was a promo that Chalkboard was running. And, he was going to hit as a free square just like the McCaffrey one. But this one was available to everybody. And then we had Lamar Jackson over 217.5 passing yards. he got that, and then the only two squares that are left is Josh Allen going having an anytime touchdown. For quarterbacks, I believe it's just a rushing touchdown. Um, how many did he not score last year? So they're going up against Arizona, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I took this one just because I he's gonna rush at least to one touchdown, and I believe the line for passing touchdowns was at 1.5. So I feel this one's a little bit of a more safer play. So I went with this one, and then Aaron Jones. 51.5 rushing yards. I really feel like this line, like he's really underrated here. I believe last year, the last 5 games of the season, he was averaging over 100 yards. And now he's going to a Minnesota team that doesn't have their number one quarterback. They're gonna be going with Darnold, so I feel like there's gonna be a lot of rushing involved. And then they're going against the Giants. I believe the Giants were ranking like 30 against the rush or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So I think this line is very low, and I think he's gonna be able to go over this number easy. Okay, so then let's move on to the plays that are still alive. So I got 5 plays that are alive here. These are tied up to the Taco Tuesday that I had earlier, right here. I think I showed it with right here with Paul Skeens, right? So this one missed, unfortunately, but then I have these 2 other ones that I combined. I combined this one with CJ Stroud and Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs. I'm expecting them to have a huge game against Indianapolis. So hey, what a better way to introduce Stephon Diggs to the offense than to get him over 68 yards, right? And then Tank Dell. I think Tank Dell and CJ Stroud have a really close relationship, and I think it's gonna show. He's gonna for sure go over 266.5 yards, and 120 yards going to these 2 guys is not too difficult. Here for this one, we have Tua going over 255.5 yards, and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. They're going again. Who are they playing against? Jacksonville. Yeah, so they're going against Jacksonville. I don't see how how he can get on these numbers. He did all last year. So I'm confident in this one. I like the Houston one a little bit better, but we'll see how this one goes. Again, it was a Taco Tuesday play, so I'm not too mad about that. Here we have so Price Picks last week. If you guys were using that, they had a Caleb Williams free square, essentially going over 0.5 passing yards. So I have 2 of them paired up right here. And again, see, I have Aaron Jones back here. I just think that line's really good. This one's a little bit higher than the previous one, but a 54.5, I think he's going to be able to go over that. And then Xavier Worthy, he went over 43.5 receiving yards. And then Jared Goff going over 266.5 yards. Last time they played the Rams, he went over this line easily. I think he's going to do it again. I just feel it's just that rivalry right now between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. That I feel like there's still some animosity there between the guys, especially with Jared Goff. So he's always going to feel like he needs something. He has something to prove. So I expect him to have a big game against the Rams. I think the Lions are going to take that game. But we'll see. The Rams do have a really great offense, and their defense is not as good as it was last year. So that's why I think, and with the Lions, I think they're just a well-rounded team. So I think they're gonna present some problems for the Rams. Here on this other square that is still alive, we had AJ Brown. He hit his number. He ended up with 108 yards. And the only thing I have left is, again, Caleb Williams is a free square, so I only need Kirk Cousins to go over 233.5 yards, which may be a little bit difficult, right? They're going against Pittsburgh. But, it's a new team, and Kirk Cousins is going to want to show out. He has, the whole team. I think they're excited to have Kirk because last year, they have some offensive weapons, but they weren't doing anything. And they have a solid defense and a solid offensive line. So I think Kirk Cousins might be able to get this line. He'll hit the 234 for sure. And then Keenan Allen, right? We got to pair him up with Caleb Williams. And I think 44.5 yards. I think that's pretty generous. I think Keenan Allen will definitely surpass this number fairly easily. And then the last square with Caleb Williams on here. This one's pretty much a win already because we had Lamar Jackson going over his passing yards, Xavier Worthy going over his receiving yards, and Patrick Mahomes going over his passing yards. So this one's essentially already a win. We just need Caleb Williams to step on the field and not have an Aaron Rodgers moment and just actually get a completion. And this one's going to be considered the win. All right, guys. So now, before I get to the picks that I have for you guys, I did want to mention this to you guys that I'm gonna start offering a weekend pass. So if you sign up to, and it's only gonna be for a limited amount. I think I have it for like 100 people, and that's it. After it's used 100 times, the code is gonna go dead. So just take advantage of it because the weekend pass normally $125 if you use code love, because right now we're hoping that Jordan Love's okay, man. That was a gruesome injury. I think the latest update says that he might be out for like 6 weeks or so. You know, that play didn't look the cleanest, but the player. I don't think the player was intentionally trying to mess him up. But if you look at the video, it just didn't look right. Just being on the floor and kind of rolling on his ankle like that, it didn't look pretty good. If you're trying to say that he was dirty, you have a pretty good case right there just by the way the video looked, right? But anyway, so I wanted to do this promo code, for love, to make sure hopefully this goes his way, gets some good vibes, and he recoups pretty fast, and he's back to 100% health, right? Because the Packers is a young team. They were one of the teams that everybody was looking forward to. So, and it's like he got injured. It sucks, but thankfully it wasn't season. It wasn't. It didn't end his season. So now he'll be back, and hopefully they can still make a playoff run. Hopefully the backup steps up, and they could at least split, right? So he can come back and have a chance. But anyway, so when you use promo code love, you will get 50% off of this. So you won't be paying $125. Okay, I think it ends up being what would that be, like 62.50? Yeah, so 62.50, and you're gonna get the plays that the free plays right now. These are free, but I'm working on some more plays for tomorrow, and I'm gonna be doing this tonight. I'm gonna send them out to my winnable. So if you subscribe now, if you're seeing this video, or if you see it in the morning and you subscribe, you'll have access to all the plays that I'm gonna upload to my winnable for tomorrow and Monday, and then for next weekend. And that's because since I'm doing it right now on Saturday night, I want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity, and so you're actually getting almost like a double bonus, because those people that sign up today and tomorrow, you'll have access to not only next weekend's plays, but also the remaining games from week one. So that's a win-win, guys. All right, so now to the plays. So the first place, if you don't have Dabble, guys, one of the things that I've noticed, and I'm not sure if many people are talking about it, but so last year, if you guys were playing fantasy football or player props and all that, the DFS apps, if you were using all those, you noticed that there was a lot of correlation and people were winning a lot of money, including myself, with correlated plays. So basically, you were pairing up, let's say, well, in this instance, right, we have Bo Nix, and I'm saying he's gonna throw for over 197 yards or 198 yards, in this case. And so I'm pairing him with his number one receiver, Cortland Sutton. And then with the Commanders, Jaden Daniels, new rookie. They're looking forward to him, and I gotta pair him up with Scary Terry, right? 60 receiving yards. Some apps don't let you do this anymore because people were winning so much last year that they started changing the rules. Some apps, I think Sleeper doesn't let you combine them at all. They'll tell you that you can't do that. Apps like Price Picks and Chalkboard and Underdog, they changed the payouts, so they lowered. So if you put Bonix, basically the same play will probably pay you about a 6x, maybe 5x in one of those other apps. But Dabble, they're still paying you 10 times. They're still doing the whole 10x. So I'm not sure how long they're gonna keep it going, but I would take advantage right now. And even right now, they're giving you $25, even better. So they're giving you, when you sign up with promo code FSH, they're gonna give you $25 at sign up before you even deposit any money, because they want you to stick around and see what their app has to offer. And I think this is a pretty good deal. So I would definitely sign up, get the $25, and then take advantage of this benefit that other apps are not giving you anymore. So right now, if you lock this up, you put, I don't suggest doing $25 in this one play. But if you put $5, that's $50. So you already doubled the money they gave you. If you put $10, that's $100. Or if you make a deposit, if you add $100, then you'll have $125 to play with in your bankroll. But definitely, this is a big plus, guys. Not a lot of apps have this anymore. Actually, I don't think any other app has the 10x right now. I think when you do passing and receiving yards, I think Price Picks might be the next one, but I think it's like at 8x or 9x, but you don't get the full 10x. Okay, so then if we scroll down, I wanted to give a shout out to Betr as well, because Betr, they're stepping it up. And right now, same code FSH, they're matching you at $200. So some of the other apps are only giving you $100 match. Dabble there gives you $25, but Betr is like, you know what, we'll do it better, no pun intended. They'll match you $200. So if you deposit $200, you'll have $400 in your bankroll. And they also they're doing a lot of free squares or promo squares here. So you have, for instance, in this play, you have Jared Goff, and they essentially saying he's gonna have more than half a completion. So as long as he starts the game and he throws the ball and somebody catches it, this square is gonna win. And then I'm pairing him up with Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? I know they have a sour taste in their mouth after losing to the 49ers. They had that game, like I'm a Niner fan, and I thought we were going to lose that game, but, the guys played well, but the coach, he could have made some better decisions. I forget which wide receiver, who was it, but he dropped a third down ball that he should have caught, and that killed their drive. Was it third down? It might have been fourth down, and I think that's what they turned over the ball. So I think they're gonna be locked in. St. Brown's gonna win the ball. Jared Goff is gonna throw him the ball, and I think he'll be able to go over 85.5 yards. And they're playing the Rams, so they're gonna want to show out. And then the next pair I have Tua and Tyreek Hill. And then so I have a Tua 268.5, and then Hill, the longest catch, over 27.5. And just to give you an example of what I was talking earlier, see this one right here, they're paying you 10x, which is fine, right? But you notice that Goff is completions and St. Brown is receiving yards. Tua is passing yards, but Tyreek Hill is longest catch. I wouldn't be able to do, excuse me, I wouldn't be able to do receiving yards for Tyreek Hill or passing yards for Goff and receiving yards for Brown. It wouldn't let me on Betr. So that's what I was saying earlier. So it's not a bad thing. It's still playable. So you can still win like this. But it was just an observation that I made, and why, so each app has its its pros and cons, right? But the cool thing about it is when you have all the apps, you're able to do this, right? You're able to take advantage of like the promotions from one app, and then another app is going to have a different promotion and or a different benefit, and just like kind of like we saw above with Chalkboard, right? They have a special square for new users, right? So all these apps, they have their pros and cons. So it's very important that you guys just have all the apps, because you want the best possible opportunity to win these bets. And when you only have one, you're not really taking advantage of what they're giving you, and so it makes it a little bit hard for you to come on top, right? Because here, Patrick Mahomes, is this one hit right off the bat, and he did go over his regular lines, but oftentimes, you'll see like, and I think I have like right here. If they had a special square for this guy, it would have hit, but he couldn't even get the green demon. So that's why it's good to have all the apps, have some flexibility, and able to not be stuck to just one. You don't have to be loyal to just one. They all have the pros and cons, like I mentioned earlier. But at the end of the day, here they want your money, and we want to win more money. So you have to give yourself the best possible advantage. All right, so that's pretty much I have for you guys today, guys. I hope you guys watched this video. I hope you watched till the end. I would really appreciate it if you guys gave me a like and a follow or a subscribe, just so you could help my channel grow, and it'll give me the opportunity to give you guys more free plays and just more content in general. Okay, so I'll probably follow up tomorrow, Sunday, to see how these plays go. Good luck to everybody, and let's make some money.